As I said, if you see, it is a single-storied structure with a huge central room and a huge dome. You must have seen the dome. It's a huge high dome. And before we enter the central room, you'll have to enter through the pillared veranda which surrounds the structure. If you notice the pillared veranda, it has arched openings. Yeah. Again, as I said, just like a dome, arch was also copied from Roman architecture in 13th century. So these two things, arches and domes, were brought into India by Islamic rulers, and Indian builders had to practice and practice and practice to build a proper, a good dome and a proper arch. Earlier, if you notice the structures, if you go down to Qutub Minar complex and all, you will see, bad arches. That's why they were not complete arches. That's why the buildings have fallen. So they were practicing and practicing. So while by the time you reach Mughals and all, you see perfect arches and domes being built. Yeah. All right. As I said, due to the hardness of the stone, if you notice the pillars and the roof, the ceiling, they're not that carved and designed. Whatever you have, whatever you see the carvings, they're all done on the plaster. Yeah. So it's not done on the stone. It's done. They did the carving on the plaster. So that's why you don't have many carvings left, because plaster was mixed with many organic material which attracted fungus and the moisture content and all. Due to that, you don't see much plaster work anymore. Alright, I just want to show you the gateway of the structure. If you notice, there are 3 gateways. Alright, actually there are 4 sides, but except one side, you will see gateways on all 3 sides. The gateway is little interesting. Even though this was an Islamic tomb or a structure, the entrance is just like a temple gateway, because of the use of pillars and beams, and also because of the lintels. Okay, probably they were reused material, material taken from a temple or a Jain temple, or probably they copied from the Hindu. It can be either of the reasons, you don't know. And the builders, since the builders were Indian builders, they must have copied or they must have used the material used for existing in the temple. So we don't know, but the gateway is just like a temple gate. Yeah, and if you notice, at the gateways you will see this pot-like designs. It is a kalash. Kalash is again used for Hindu rituals. It's a pot used for Hindu rituals. It's not Islamic at all. So again, the gateway and the lotus and the kalash is all Hindu architecture. Yeah. These are all male graves, these are all female graves. The difference is this particular stone. This stone is called a Kaladan. Kaladan is to mark a female grave, whereas male grave, whereas female grave is flat. So that they are all female, and females hardly became officers. So they were all his favorite family members, and these were probably wives or daughters and daughters-in-laws. But these are all, male officers. Someone who was very important and influenced. Alright. As I said, these are 3 sides of the structure, right? And these 3 sides are not as important as that side. That side is the western side. Western side signifies the direction of Qibla. Qibla is the holy place for Muslims, that is Mecca Muslims. For India, or for South Asia, Mecca falls on the west side. So the west side, the wall is differently carved with a slab. Unfortunately, the slab has come out. There used to be a very carved, very beautiful, very different stone as compared to the other sides. So that particular wall or that particular slab is called a mihrab. So any Islamic structure, be it a mosque or a tomb or a grave or any structure, most of the Islamic structure will have a mihrab. That's because they use these structures also for prayer. why we have a mihrab. If the structure, if it's not used for praying purpose, it will never have a mihrab. So mihrab is again a very integral part of Islamic structure. And unfortunately the carving again has gone out. All other sides are open. If you look at the openings, right above the openings you will see again a small opening. That is for light and ventilation. Okay? Between the two gateways, if you notice there is another opening. That particular opening is not blocked by any other stone. It is right. You remember the royal umbrellas I was showing you? These openings fall right in the middle of two royal umbrellas. If it's right in front of the royal umbrella, it will block the light. So it falls right in the middle of two royal umbrellas. So if you notice, except this opening which is very close to the western, just to give importance to the western, because that's side is where you have whoever is praying in this particular structure will face that side and pray. So that is why there is a different opening which is right next to the mihrab. Alright. If you look at the ceiling, it's very different as compared to the other parts of the structure. It's very beautifully painted. It's not carved, it's painted. The paint was called stucco work. The paint was imported from Persia. Okay, these rulers were very much influenced by Persian style, Persian culture, Persian architecture. So most of the, even if you see the writing, this is an Arabic calligraphy, but in other Islamic structure you will also see Persian culture. So Persia had a very high influence on these main buildings. Right? That's why we have paintwork which is similar to Persian style. They also copied it from Persia. So the paintwork is called stucco work, and the paint is very expensive. It wasn't available in India, so they imported it from Persia. Right? And the main colors used for stucco work are green, red, and blue. Green stands for greenery, blue for sky, and red for wealth, according to Persian culture. Alright. If you notice, the small circle is surrounded by 8-pointed stars. Yeah, 8-pointed. The center circle is surrounded by 8-pointed stars. 8-pointed and 6-pointed stars were one of the main cosmic symbols used by these Islamic rulers. So wherever you go, most of the structures you will see 8 and 6-pointed stars. So as I said, a lot of astronomy, a lot of thinking, a lot of cosmic symbols went into while constructing